Hello, my name is Sharmila Green. I am the mother of Dylan. My son Dylan is 15 years old and he was diagnosed with cerebral palsy when he was born. Throughout Dylan's early years, he was required to go through all kinds of therapies: occupational therapy, physical therapy, language therapy, all sorts of things. However, we got to a point where he reached a limit here in Panama. There was just so much he could do. Dylan, up to a certain point, was luckily able to walk, talk, run, jump. He speaks 2 languages. However, we got to a limit with the use of his right arm, where he had a very limited use, as well as his academic and intellectual capacity. From a friend that I have, I learned about the Regeneration Clinic of Panama that I didn't know too much about. I had heard about stem cell therapy when I was younger, but I really didn't have any updated information. So I had a meeting with them, with the Regeneration team, and they explained exactly what the process would be like. My husband and I had a million questions, like any other parent would, and basically one of the concerns we had were side effects. What's the worst that could happen, being that this is a new type of therapy in the world, in Panama, and understanding that only certain countries in the world do it. So based on that, and based on that meeting, we decided to try it, because worst case scenario, nothing happens, no harm done. So basically, with cerebral palsy, and in Dylan's case in particular, he's epileptic, he's got the weak arm, he drags his leg, he's got the intellectual disability. So trying this, we really didn't know what advantages or where exactly we would see the benefit, but we were looking forward to understanding what it could do for him, whether it meant for him to walk a little better, or for him to have less seizures, or for him to speak more. Anything would work for us, and that's the reason we decided to do this. Dylan's experience at the Regeneration Clinic was really smooth. It was great. He was administered approximately 100 million cells, and it basically was an IV that lasted about 30 minutes, and that was it. It was that simple. The team was great, and we were there for less than an hour, and we loved it. We started seeing results about 2 weeks later. Very slight, simple results, basically in the movements of his right arm. So before, Dylan's arm was basically non-movable. He'd move this and not use his hand. 2 weeks later, we started noticing better use and better grip of his hand. An example is the opening of a doorknob. Before, he would never open a door using his right hand, just his left hand. And he did this one day where I just looked at him. He was holding a toy or something with his left hand, and instead of putting that down and opening the door with his left hand, he opened and closed the door with his right hand. He closed it, and it was wonderful. I definitely recommend the Regeneration Clinic of Panama if you're looking for an alternative treatment to your condition. And the reason I say this is because, based on our location and based on the professional team that takes care of you while doing this, and the pricing structure, it just makes it so much smoother. We would definitely do this again for Dylan when the time comes. We're very excited to see what happens after this, and we expect to see more improvements with his movements as well as with his intellectual capacity. I strongly recommend this type of treatment for people who have cerebral palsy or a similar condition. And the reason I say this is because cerebral palsy is a condition that can affect any and various parts of your body: your arm, your leg, your mental capacity. And what I understand is that these cells are so smart that they know where to go and where to fix you. So yes, I definitely recommend it. And I hope that my son's story really helps many other people that have what he has.